Iran's Revolutionary Guard, which appears to control decisions over the Strait of Hormuz, says the commercial passage remains closed just days before the temporary ceasefire between Iran and the US ends. Contradicting a statement from the Iranian foreign minister on Friday that the strait was open in a corridor coordinated by Iran, the IRGC said on Saturday that it had, quote, reverted to its previous state of strict military control while the US blockade of Iranian ports continues. At the scene, Euronews correspondent Toby Gregory explains the global impact of shutting down such an important strategic bottleneck.
This passage is just 30 kilometres wide at its narrowest, yet around 20% of the world's oil and gas flows through it. There is no margin for error here. Negotiations have stalled, and as diplomacy slows, pressure on the water is increasing. Because what happens here will not stay here. The consequences will move through energy markets, through supply chains, and into the economies.
Moscow launched a total of 236 drones in early Sunday attacks on Ukraine, its armed forces said. In the northern Ukrainian city of Chernihiv, a drone strike killed at least one boy and injured 4 others. The strike hit residential buildings and an educational facility. In the southern city of Kherson, a 56-year-old man was killed after a strike hit his car, according to regional officials. Firefighters also tackled widespread fires. In the region of Sumy, the town of Shostka came under attack and homes were targeted. Over in Russia on Sunday, Ukraine hit a drone factory in the city of Taganrog, Ukraine's general staff reported. Russia's regional governor of Rostov said 3 people had been injured. On Saturday, Ukraine targeted industrial areas in Novokibishevsk and Syzran in Russia's Samara region, officials said. A maternity ward in Novokibishevsk was also hit by a drone, but no injuries were reported, according to local authorities. Former Bulgarian President Rumen Radev is projected to win the parliamentary elections, according to early exit polls. Radev's centre-left progressive coalition is expected to secure 37 to 39% of the vote, well ahead of the conservative Gerb party led by Boyko Borisov. Bulgarians voted today in their 8th election in just 5 years. Radev ran on a pledge to fight corruption after an anti-graft movement triggered a long political crisis. He stepped down from the presidency in January to leave the movement and has promised to dismantle what he calls an oligarchic system. In terms of EU policy, Radev opposes sending arms to Ukraine, seeking closer ties with the Kremlin. The Central Election Commission says turnout reached 34.63% by 4 p.m. local time, up from the previous election in October 2024. Polls closed at 8 p.m. local time, with preliminary results expected on Monday. Pope Leo XIV heads to the sanctuary of Mama Muxima to celebrate the Rosary Prayer on his 2nd day in Angola. South of Luanda, it is Angola's most popular Catholic shrine today. Its history is emblematic of the Catholic Church's role in the slave trade, as well as its forced baptisms of enslaved people and what some scholars say is the Holy See's continued refusal to fully acknowledge it and atone for it. Early on Sunday, Pope Leo XIV held a mass before an estimated 100,000 people outside the capital and again sought to encourage Angolans. He denounced the exploitation of their mineral-rich land and people who still bear the scars of a brutal post-independence civil war. He also praised the ceasefire in Lebanon between Israel and Hezbollah as a sign of hope that he prayed would bring lasting peace to the Middle East. Pope Leo's stop in Angola is the 3rd leg of his 4-nation tour, which includes Algeria, Angola and Cameroon. His last stop will be Equatorial Guinea.